Tube. Hello, hello. All right, I'm going to wait for it's a live stream. And if you're watching the recording, you might want to scooch ahead a few minutes while I let some of my chatters jump in the box here. Otherwise, I feel like I'm talking to myself, which is not an unusual occurrence. So, I'm going to think about that. This is the collage I did on last week's stream. And I need to burn some more of the papers because here's where I burned it with a burning tool. Hi, Joan. And I really like how the holes let that little glimpse of the bronze on that crepe paper sneak through, and over here too. I like that. Turn into a pyromaniac. Hey, Tori. Hey, Margaret. Joan. So I think what I'm going to do, I was undecided. That's why the title's Potluck. I didn't know what I was going to do. But I came down here, and the stack of papers was here from last week. I showed you what I had in my bin that I let soak, and then I let it sit too long. And remember the black beans sprouted? So I do like the way some of these papers turned out. So I think I'm going to pile up. That's my favorite with the Braille. I'm going to pile up another stack of these. Well, look who's here, Miss Gayla. Thank goodness. My favorite Neanderthal. Ah! Who's your second favorite? Hi, Linda. Oh, mercy. All right, I'm gonna got some bubble wrap here that I had thrown away that I'm recycling to throw it in another bin. I just thought I'm going to make another pile of these and show you what I did. Now, I know there's probably 100 ways to do this, and I probably won't do it any of the right ways, but that's how we roll. So this bin was sitting on the floor as I walked back to my desk and almost tripped over it. And this was something I packed up to take to the retreat last year and use some of it there, but still have a lot left. So I'm going to rifle through here and figure out some paper. Actually, I'm going to do that now. I'm going to figure out some papers I'm going to throw in there. Tissue. I don't know how that'll hold up. We'll see. This was a piece I bought from somewhere. I will throw that in there. These I'm not going to do. These were the handmade papers. I'll keep those. This one I'm going to put in there, though, with the silver little threads in it and the fibers. Ooh, we'll see how that goes. Nancy B. Here's another hunk. We'll just put that one and sacrifice that one now. These aren't going to show up that well. I'm going to put a piece of this in. It's one of my favorites. I guess I could take the label off of it. If I start coughing, I'm just going to start coughing. But I think I might have snuck up on it and have an idea that it's GERD again and not left over from the bronchitis because of the type of cough it is. And that's happened to me a couple times in the last year. And I've had GERD for years. Take meds daily for it. But ooh, that one's pretty. And but I think that's what it is, because I doubled up on my meds yesterday. I slept on my left side, and that's kind of cool. I don't know how the black paper would work in there, and that's going to resist everything. We'll see what happens to that. Anyway, I've not had one coughing spell yet this morning. Hey, Margaret. Washing while chomping and seeding tomatoes for tonight's dinner. Multitasker. So some of these I don't think are gonna I don't know, we'll throw a couple of those in. I don't think they're gonna do much because they're kind of dark and it's a lot of acrylic, so I think it's gonna resist anything that's kind of watery. Oh, shoot, my brush just fell in the water over here. There's one of Joan's stencils. I'm going to contact Sherry soon, Joan, and see if she's ready to do another launch for you. I don't want to mess up these. Susan Gantz made these and shared them in my art retreat last year. I have a stack in here. This, I don't know what kind of paper that is, but it's really thick and it's almost like a canvas leathery feel. You know, this one, this is real heavy paper. This one's thin paper. You know what? I'm going to put that one in there. Look at these. Yummy. She's not going to be able to make it this year. She's going on a traveling retreat. These feel like they might have some resist to them. I love that. I'll probably use that in something as is. I forgot I had all these of hers. That's cool. Would help if I got to unpack sooner than a year. But now that my life has settled down and we're actually digging out in the basement, here's some of the bubble techniques we did with Tam last summer. You know what? I'm going to put some of those in there. Look how that one came out on black watercolor paper with the silver watercolor. And just blow it into bubbles and let them burn. And it kind of spattered. See all the spatter? That kind of looks kind of cool, actually. That one, not so much. All right. Hey, Jude. Good to see you. Hope things are going well. That little piece I'll throw in there. I'm getting ready to put a bin together of some paper scraps. Oh, these are a bunch of little pieces. They're my favorite sometimes. I'm trying to keep those together. Oh, you know what? This was from Arizona, I think. Was it did I take all this to Arizona? That doesn't seem right, but I think I did. I always take too much. Patti Too Much Parrish. That's what they call me. This is one of the ones I sprayed at the retreat last year. Big pieces of wet tissue. These little bits, maybe I'll throw a bunch of them in there. I'm just going to rifle through here, grab some stuff. Cleaning out. So I got one more week till I retire. And I've been cleaning out files out of my work computer because I have to turn that back in. And I found a picture. Well, it's a JPEG file, but it's not a photograph. It was a soft copy I had of, I got to print out more of them, but I sent it to myself so I would have it. And I was looking for that rascal, and it was of my second version of my pictographs. Is that them? Yeah, that's some of them. This was the originals, right? And this was some of the newer ones. And they were real tiny, and I printed them out. I don't even remember how I made it, but I printed them out in rows, and I colorized those different ways, and they've been really cool in collages. And I thought, ooh, that's good. I found that one. Hid it from myself. I don't know why I had it there, unless maybe I used a scanner to do that. This one's on white. I'll do that. These ones on dark. I don't think they're going to work so good in this stew that I'm going to make over here. These papers. Jude, you probably didn't hear last week I was telling everybody I did the stack of papers that I put in some of these powders, infusion. Oh, you know what? I'm going to throw in some magicals this time. Sprayed water, some Assess metallic sprays, And I threw some black beans in some of the layers and some stencils here and there. So it just came out. You know, you can see gold on this one of the stencils I sprayed through, black bean smears, and you know, I had different colors and different kinds of papers in here. Some of them turned out cool. Some of them are just but some of them started out But this one's my favorite. That was Braille paper, and I threw black beans in there, some Assess Gold spray, and bubble wrap. And I really like how that turned out. So that's what I'm doing here. Just looking for bits that I think might work. Some of these are Robin's printables that I did a little stamping on with that silver black ink. This one has gold, I think, through a stencil. We'll try some of those. They're always some of my favorites. And we'll get this going, and then we'll do something else. I don't know if I'll get out watercolors and play a little bit, or if I don't think these ones with a lot of acrylic will work. You know what? I wonder what black paper will do in there. I'm just, for shits and giggles, as we say. I think it might bleed the black off of here onto some of the other papers around it. Because if you remember, whenever I put white, whatever, spray, acrylic, watercolor, ink on this paper, it turns that really, the black bleeds into the white a little bit and makes it a pale bluish gray. So I know it will bleed off of there. So we shall see. But these solid acrylics, they're just going to resist all the water stuff. That one's kind of cool looking, but I wonder, this has, this is some of that, what's it called? Stuart Semple white paint. It's really flat. It doesn't feel slick like acrylics. I'm going to try that. What the hey, as they say. And that's what that's got in it too. Well, what the hell? It's only a piece of paper, right? We'll put those 3 in there. I'll sacrifice those. I always like that one. Let's see what happens. That's like all acrylic on there. Here's kind of a sample of the printout I said I found, but I think they're even smaller than that. That's kind of a cool piece. Yeah, just make a little mishmash. What is the worst that can happen? Other than sprouting black beans. I'm not kidding. They germinated and had roots on them about this long, and we had to peel them off the papers. That's sweet Moses. This must have been from the retreat, because I don't think, even in my not so right mind, I would have taken all the stuff to Arizona. Even I'm not that crazy. Oh, that just gave me a hint, a thought, an idea. I just I touched a piece of fabric when I was pulling that out, and let's see, hang on, I'm gonna throw a couple pieces of fabric in there. Oh, this one's pretty cool on its own. Maybe I'll sacrifice half of this. I think I bought this on Etsy, actually. It was 85 here the other day, and that's going to be too long. Today it's cold. It was nice yesterday, a little on the cool side, but we went to bed, and the wind always blows against the back of our house, and our bedroom's in the front of the house, and I like it nice and chilly in the bedroom. So we have this little fan that can go in the window. So I thought, I'm going to pull in some of that cool night air instead of having to put the flipping air conditioner on. And so I did. And I woke up this morning. It was 51 degrees in the bedroom. Hey, Janet. And 61 through the rest of the house. Huh, look at that. It worked. I did chill it down. But I love sleeping like that. But it's a bear when you get up. We're about to try to get the deck opened up. Well, the deck is opened. It's been power washed, but of course now all the pollen's on it, so we have a layer of yellow-green crap everywhere. But I'm going to get some soil and start putting my herbs and flowers out around the deck and have some stuff to plant in the gardens around the house. Just, I mean, when I say that, don't think anything elaborate. I bought some of this stuff from Etsy, and I took it to the retreat and I gave it all away. I gave everybody a hunk of it, but it looks like crazy, funky, cool scripting and symbols all over it. And I'm just going to put a couple pieces in here. It's already kind of coffee stained or something, but I love this stuff. What was I saying? It's going to get stuff planted. Oh, the temperatures. So I was thought about going out and grabbing some soil and stuff today actually, but I decided, since it was extra chilly and I'm just getting over something, that I would wait instead of sacrificing myself to I'll get soaked by the time it's over with. Let's throw these little bits in there. This is too fine. That might not survive. All right, this might be enough. How much do I have? I don't know. That's not too much. Oh, look. See, here's a little piece of fabric. Let's throw that in there. And there's a little piece. Hey, Dana. Oh, I like that. Coffee stain with some foil on it. Is Dot here? Those stripes are for her. Yeah, there's maybe a piece of that I printed off and then coffee stained it. And then you can see the colors from the toner when I die cut it. See that turquoisey little edge bits there that come off when it gets wet? Don't come off. It just colors it. The toner spreads. This is a bunch of little bits in here. What's that? Let's throw that in there. Oh, here's some of that. This is cash register tape. Dorothy's at her niece's for dinner. Bless her heart. How do we do that? With cash register thermal paper, and then stamp cleaner that you rub on the stamps, and then stamp the image in stamp cleaner, and then hit it with your heat gun, and it leaves a blank where the stamp cleaner was, but it colors the heat brings out the paper, the image of the thermal bits in the paper start to get colored. That one I learned from Louise Hensel, I think her name is. She has some really cool ideas on her YouTube channel. And she does a German channel and an English channel, which is the only way I figured it out. All right, let's see. That's low enough. Got a lot of acrylic on that. And this. Now I'm boring myself looking through here. I can imagine you guys are thrilled. Oh, those are some of my favorites on the bottom. I'm not going to do anything to destroy those bad boys. Okay. What's that? It's got a little bit of foil on it, one of Robin's printables. Oh, and you know what? That's that Stuart Simple that beads up on the plate. Bonnie! Hello! I'm going to throw together another bin of... that's a cool piece. Throwing my dies and different things in there. Oh, I like that one too. And we'll put that one in there. Okay. Good enough. And I have some blank pages I want to throw in there amongst the jelly prints and printables and all that good stuff. Lord. I'll never go in there right again, but that's okay. Let me move this. And I'm going to get a few. I have some blank papers here. These are just different, what's that? Onion skin. And I'm going to tear off a few pieces of this medical headrest paper. Actually, I'm going to have to go this way because it's too wide. It won't fit in there long ways. Where the hell can I roll it? There it is. Let's try something like that. Try a few of these. Hey, Diane. Welcome. I'm going to grab Magicals. They must be filed under Magical. That will be miracle. And you know what? Just for, again, with the shits and giggles, let's throw just a piece of this black in there. See what happens. There's nothing else on it. Fresh off the roll. We'll see if that runs like the other one did. All right. And I want some of this, you know, that sketch pad stuff that Elizabeth St. Hilaire uses? Here it is. This stuff. I'll throw some of those in there. Yeah, the headrest paper. I think Janet. Well, I mean, you still need to be in a comfortable position. Oh, bless your heart. You might want to have a second opinion, depending on what's happening there. Oh God. All right. That should do me. So let's get all this out of here. Gotta have more water in there. Hi, Amber. Welcome. I'm gonna use my little water bottles that are still have a little bit in there. And when they get behind my water bowl over here for my watercolors, I'm never sure if they are just still water or if a brush has been in them or what's happened to them. So I feel okay sacrificing them. Oh, that was a little too full, but that's okay. That's okay. Things are going to get wet here. All right. And this bubble wrap, I'm going to sprinkle in between stuff. And I'm going to grab stencils along the way. Tear that up even smaller. Scottish rumble thumps. What you guys do down there in the woods of Georgia, I don't need to know about. Ah! See, Joan's with me. What the hell are you talking about, girl? All right, let me have a look-see. See if I can find the Magicals. Martin Inks Distress. Miscellaneous. No. Matisse. Liquid. No. Tokyo. Pastel Jane Martin. Pigments. Oh, here we go. Found some Magicals. I thought I like the black one. Where the hell is that? Ah, there it is. Okay. All right. We'll rotate some of these in some of these layers. So, here's Magicals. Now, I'm only going to take some of these because I got colors that I don't really use a lot that I thought would have been good, that were okay, but Black Knight, we'll use those. And then here I have Seth Gold and silver and bronze and licorice and pearl back there if I need them. So I think Bonnie is one of the ones that convinced me to do this. Ultimate Scottish comfort food on a cold, rainy day. Give me a little more. Oh, here it is. Potato and cabbage with cheese casserole. Oh, you're going to be wearing your tart when you eat it. I'd like a picture on that. That sounds delish, actually. Diane, I'm going to take a bunch of random printables, jelly prints, fabrics, blank papers. Going to start stacking them in a bin. I'm going to throw some water on them, some magical powders, some infusion powders, some gold spray, and then lay stencils and bubble wrap in between them. And last week I had a bunch that came out that they're okay. I mean, some of them are really cool. Some of them are just okay. I had no idea what I was doing. I'm going to eliminate, I think, the pink colors and just stick to my usual palette. That's my favorite. Again, that was black beans and bubble wrap and some gold spray on braille paper. And that's the only piece of braille paper I have, I believe. So, all right. More slapping papers and less talking. So let me get some of these opened up here. Let me make way. Where's the safe spot to put this? Does such a thing exist? Here. Okay, let me open some of these bad boys so I don't have to open them every time. Violet Storms. A bit jaded. In the Navy. In the Navy. Black Knight. And this is Olive Tree. Powder looks orange, but it does come out olive. And then the Magicals, I have Guten Tag Teal. Afternoon Delight. Gayla would know all about that. That's what she unveils the tartan for when she's not cooking. The Muppets. All right. This one is a antique bronze. And this one is the Black Forest Black. That's the one that breaks out into a bunch of different colors. So let's And this continuous sprayer helps with this job because you don't have to squirt it 20 times. Let's start out with some antique bronze. I'm just putting a little bit down there of the water so this kind of sticks. I'll throw in a little teal. And then I'm going to, actually, you know what? I'm going to spray, with the color of this one, I'm going to spray the Silver Shine. Any rusty color. I do have, well, I have Orange County, Magenta, Sunset Beach. I may pull that one over here. That one wasn't, I don't think, as hot pink as of course, the magenta would be. Rocky Road. I don't remember what that is. Limoncello. I know that's the yellow. I did, Gala. You put me in a festive mood. Thinking of you in your tartan plaid. Chefing it up in the kitchen. All right, I'm going to put more water down there and let those kind of bloom. Ooh, that was a lot of sprays. But still not enough. That's not wet up there. And that moves the spray around too. And then I might just start stacking some other papers in there. I don't see much of the bronze, do you? Let's throw in something else. Let's throw in a little bit of this Black Knight on the fusions. Ooh, look out. And sometimes I want to see what papers I'm putting down there. But let's just go with this one. Don't ask me why. Some of it will come through, right? I'm going to start throwing a little bit of black beans in there. Clearly one of Gayla's favorite songs. She's probably going to be wearing the tartan. I hope it's a kilt. Earworm. I'm going to sprinkle a little black beans in here. Just here and there. I'm going to try to put it where it's whiter paper so they have more of an impact. But they actually will leave like a navy blue cast. And will sprout in here and grow roots if you don't remember them. True story. I'm going to throw some gold on this one. All right, let's go with this one. I really like this page. And see, the bean kind of made an indentation there. Well, you probably can't tell. You just have to trust me. Let's do that. And let's see. What am I doing here? What was this? Gold. Let's try this gold. Gold, and the black is like really black. Blackety black. What's this? Denim color. We'll try a little. Oh, that doesn't look like denim. I can't, if I'm going to be doing YMCA, I can't use my hands to do this. Oh, that is navy with a teal shimmer in it. Oh, look at you. I'm going to let that run a little bit. And let's throw a stencil in here. Like, why not? Here's a PM Artist Studio stencil. And that just fits in there. What's this one going to do? I'm going to wet some of these on the back and the front. Before I put them in there. Press that down on the stencil a little bit. That's one of PM Artist Studios stencils. I don't know what the name of it is. I don't think they put their names on their stencils, do they? I don't see one on this one. I love this one. This one is called Runes. I know that one. I know that. Keep spraying. I'm going to put this one down. And I'm going to spray gold through it. Spray some gold and maybe sprinkle a little something in there. What's this? Sunset Beach. I don't know what that is, but what the hell? We'll just do it. Now I got to put a little more water on there. That probably wasn't too smart. Orange. Haven't gotten any of theirs yet. Put that on your list. They have a bunch of them now. They are turning them out like crazy. Got a bunch of designers. Some of their designers might be in the chat. I'm not sure if Devin is here. I don't think so. Okay, here I'm just going to put a few. Now, let me put something that might be really cool because I like that stencil. Let's just try. Oh, what the heck? I'm going to put that face down on that stencil. Oh, looky. Looky. All right, and let's throw a little bit. What didn't I use? Violet Storm. And Jaded. Oop. Some of these come out a little quick. They just have an open bottle cap. They don't have a shaker or anything. Try to spread it by directing the spray. See how that one's breaking up into different colors? Can you guys see? Maybe bring you in a little bit. Hang on. I'll share. All right. Now let's put just some pieces down here. What will happen here? I don't know. Let's put one of these pieces down here. I have a little blob. Oh, this piece. Oh, that's too dark. That's just going to obliterate that fabric. Not so much. Let's go with, hang on, I need to do more water on here. I'm going to spray the front and back of this one. I like this one. I like the colors in that. I think I did this when I made those bathroom wall hangings I made when we had our new bathroom done, which will be 3 years ago this summer. Let's put a couple black beans in here. Gail, I'm going to leave it to you to text me to remind me to come down here tomorrow. Look at these. So I don't have Jack and the Beanstalk growing down here again. Apparently they like the environment. Okay, let's do. The only thing with the beans is it gets lumpy and some of the pages will get torn. Like right there, the bean just came through the paper. That's okay. That's all right. We're not going to panic yet. Oh, bubble wrap. I forgot about bubble wrap. But I want to use that strategically. I only have a little bit of it. But what do I want to do? Let's use olive. No, not olive. This is that blue, black, and gray. Let's use a little bit of this gold for no good reason. And the tiniest bit of the black. Just a little teeny bit because it goes a long way. And I think I'll throw on another stencil. No, see, it's getting kind of lumpy for the stencils, but we're gonna put it in there anyway because I'm gonna weight it down when I get the top layer in there. Some of these are pretty thin. I'm not sure if these are gonna make it, but Somebody has to sacrifice to take one for the team. I gotta go cut my cabbage and onion. Slip on the tartan. Oh, please save up. Jot down your snarky comments so you can share them when you get back. I know they will be. Don't let them get in your casserole, though. Let's put a little. These are really. I got to come up with another way to get those out of there. And let's put some bubble wrap on this one. See if that does anything, which we won't know until a later date. Okay, now let's put some of these pieces down here. Oh, it's black on this side and silver on that side. See, I used the silver black ink on that one. That bubble wrap's humped up there. How dare you? Let me just move these over like this. Let's not fight the hump. I've always said that. All right, now let's spray these bad boys. And don't I have some, I thought I have some coffee spray around here. You know what? Hang on one second. Chat amongst yourselves. I'm going to scurry over here to the sink. I thought my spray bottle was somewhere recently. Right there, I found that I'm going to let this water get hot enough to hopefully dilute the granules in the water. Okay. Did you miss me? Luckily, Gayla can't comment. Hey, Sherry. Making a mess. Oh, Lord. I said hi, Sherry, and Siri lit up on my computer. Apparently, I don't speak very clearly. Well, don't tell me my sprayer is going to be on the fritz. Okay, I won't tell you. Hang on it. Seriously? Hello? It was primed. All right, well, here we go. If it's important, you'll run back. There we go. A little coffee mess going there. Okay. I'm going to throw some fabric in here. I don't necessarily want coffee stain though. I'm going to cut this in half yet again. Put that in there. Trying to look for piecemeal stuff to put in this little gap. Not that it all has to be covered up just right, but you know, why waste any space if you don't have to? All right. I said I didn't want to do coffee, and of course that sucked it right up, didn't it? That's okay. That's okay. You are authentic, if nothing else, Gayla. I'll give you that. All right, let's spray some Assessed Gold on here because we can for no other reason. And what color? What's that? Let's do some of this. Maybe a little bit of, don't ask me why. This is probably why the colors didn't come out like I like them. I just throw all kind of crap in there. All right, let's, in honor of Dot, let's put down a piece of black and white paper. She loves my black and white stripes. Oh, and let's do one of these while we're at it. Okay, and let's, gosh, that's coming through there. That's probably not going to work long term. What's the sprinkle powder? So I'm using infusions, powders, and some of the Lindy's Magical Shakers. Just a variety of different colors. Yeah, that's gonna be a mess. I have to concentrate. I do this better when nobody's here because I keep letting my mind wander, what Gail is doing. You know what, maybe we'll put a mark down the middle of this. See if that'll do anything there. And these are just going to suck up some paper. So we're just going to some liquid. So we'll just put those there just for giggles and see how that works. And then let's put a piece of some, oh, you know what? Let me grab some of this blank paper. I'm going to spray, oh, wrong bottle. I'm going to spray the paper and then put that down that way. Let's throw some more beans in. A little, oh, that's coffee. A little more water. And let's put some. You know what? Let's put a piece of this black paper. Yeah. No, that's going to lose the loveliness of the beans. Let me go for a piece of onion skin. Oh, onions and black beans. That doesn't sound bad. Put some coffee on this. Oh, Jesus, almost overshot the... Almost overshot the whole works there. The beans, they seep like a dark blue color. And that's what made, with bubble wrap over it, that's how they came out on this Braille paper the last time I did it. Some of that may be a little ink in there too, but they do turn blue. Let me see if I can find one with just the bean marks. Like, see those little dots right there? That's where it came. And the little spots over here, that was marks from the beans that were on the other side of the paper. You can barely see them on there, but if you know where to look, they're there. Little grayish blue spots. But sometimes that was, the Braille was on the bottom, and that kind of took on a life of its own. But I'm not kidding about the beans. See how they sprouted? Oh, yeah, it was lovely. Lovely. Okay, and this one, I'm going to put this. Wet this. There's nothing down there, but that's okay. I want to put, let's just put a little coffee in there. I don't know why. Why not? That is the question. Sure. Okay, now this one, it's got a lot of acrylic on there. However, you know what? Maybe what we'll do, could you hear my brain working? It doesn't happen often, but it was actually trying. I'm trying to hit the white edges of the paper. And then I'm going to put some, no, it's already got gold in it. Actually, I don't care. I'm just going to put the black paper on top of it. But I'm going to put a little more of that gold to stick to the black paper. And I know, oh, wrong bottle. I want some of that gold to run around from that powder. And let's wet that a little bit. And let that go down there. Now, see, I should have put bubble wrap in between there. Where's Gayla? Stirring her cabbage. Not paying any attention to what the hell I'm doing. Story of my life. Oh, I do like this piece. That was a little cleanup from that watered down golden fluid bronze color. That oh, I know. Let's do this. Let's do the bronze instead of the gold. Just for giggles. I thought this was going to go quicker. Silly me. I'm loading that up with some bronze. That's a Seth bronze spray. And then I'm going to put some bubble wrap. Where I tore this, it's curling up in the edges from just the sheer power of my grip. Let's let that make some bronze bubble marks on there. All right, and then let's add some more water just so they stick together. And maybe, oh, you know what? Maybe I'll put a stencil down. Maybe I will. You know what? I have these. I haven't even unwrapped them yet. These are the foil through joggles, dancing something, dance moves stencils. I think these are really cool. Let's throw this. Oh, there we go. Where the hell is it? Okay, let's do this. Now, I made that wet under there. Picking up the damn coffee again. Now, what do I want to put in that to print on this next whatever I'm doing? let's use one of these printables. You can never go wrong with one of Robin's printables. This is one that I used one of my art foamies and stamped with the black silver ink. Gail say, Patty, was it more riveting in your head? Well, you know, as things are, my imagination is wilder than what I can pull off in real life. Yeah, about that. So hang on, how am I going to do this? All right, I'm just going to spray this on both sides. I'm going to lay this down here. And then I'm going to put down, let me spray this some more. I'm going to put down this stencil. And they just fit in there, sort of. It's not going to stick everywhere. And then I'm going to, what am I going to put on it? Maybe some licorice? That might be too black. That might turn the whole thing black. But you know how you find out? You just do it. Thank you, Amber, for siding with me. There's 2 against Gala. About my brain. Actually, my brain's getting really scary. That's all joking aside. Whew. Telling you. Not great. I'm going to add some metallic over that. Just because I like shiny things, like a magpie. And now I'm going to put down, what the hell? Let's put this down on one half of that. And do we have another half of something? I can make a half of something if I have to. Oh, here we go. Let's just do this. There's just a piece of, you know, that stuff. Let's just put that there. Yes, it's going to overlap, I know, but that's okay. Okay, let's put, what's that, the bronze? The bronze magicals. Navy. Jaded. Oh, shit. I said shit. Gayla, write me down for one. Hey, Jamie. That was not good. That went a little crazy. And that's nice and wet. Maybe we should put another stencil down there. Let's put this swirly giggy one in there. And let's put, I don't think these black pages are going to do much, but you know what? Let's just, no, that's too dark. I got to put something bolder on there. I have to strategically think about those. Let's do this. I'm thinking these black pages. This is just the bond paper that I like to use. I'm going to put that down to see if any of the stencil transfers on here. But this does leach into white paint or ink when I use this black paper. So I'm kind of hoping that we are, yeah, more or less, Jamie. Probably less. But yeah, it's one big fat experiment. My second go at it. I'm just going to wet this. And I'm going to put just this little, it's like a mask here. I'm going to lay this over top of this. And I'm going to put, I have to wet this first. more sticky, and maybe it'll pick up the image a little bit better. And see if any of that black leaches onto this onion skin after it's been in here for a couple of days. And let's see. So what should I put on here? This fabric. The fabric of our lives. Oh, Bonnie, your lips to God's ears. We'll take whatever we get, though. You know, what are you going to do? It's too big. I'm going to put it there. Maybe I'll just skip that open spot down there. Oh, I forgot I have these. Oh, come on. Look what you're missing out on. This, I'm going to put some of this in there somehow. What are we going to put on there? I don't think the fabric was a great idea now that I'm doing it. But here we are. Violet Storms. Hey, Pam. Better late than never. I've always said that. Ooh. See, this doesn't move and do on fabric what it does on other things. Oh, what the hell? Let's throw some coffee in there in the mix. Make the fabric look dirty. Dirty, dirty dog. Here, let's put this piece down there. We can take the label off. Don't need to dye the label. And just see what that picks up. Let's what's this one? That's the Black Forest. That's the bronze gold. I thought I brought out other magicals, but I don't think I did. I said already, didn't I? I can't say that twice. Let's do that. Black Knight. It is called, hang on. This is a real fine, that's what, oh my gosh, what was her name? Catherine Holman used to use that real fine paper in her collages. That's called Oguru lace. I got it at GPC Papers. That's the number. If anybody's interested, we do that so I don't have to do calisthenics. Screenshot. Okay, now that's going to soak through that because that's really, really thin. I wonder if we, I don't know. What do I want to put on? This is another really thin one. I don't want to put all these on because all that same color is going to color them all the same color. So let's grab one. I don't know what this is going to do. This is that Stuart Simple white with some pink dye, and there was some foil I was picking up on my plate on the black paper. Yes, so let's see. Oh, here. Apparently I opened the P&M drawer of stencils. Let's try putting that on there and see how this kind of, it just had the ink come up off the, I'll just spray more water on it, see what happens. That's what we'll do. And would it be terrible if this came up pinky purple? Probably not. What are my other choices? Let's try a piece of this. Tissue. Oh, here's a little piece of this. Oh, they're going in there any which way, aren't they? I'm going to put that face down. See if it gets any of that little bit of pattern on there. And I'm going to put that face down. And that's picking up that stencil too. Okay, cool. I can live with that, I think. Agura lace. Are we talking about a fabric, Pam? These are black beans. I like how that silver's shining through there. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I'm going to lay this down because this, how's that going to fit best in there? Let's pull these off. All right, let's get this one down there. I'm going to put a little bit of this. Was that the teal I liked? I think so. Just a little sprinkling. Black beans, yeah, it comes off when the water lays on them. You get a blue cast to it. All right, let's put, this is a piece of handmade paper, but let's just put this with the silver side down for shits and giggles. A lot of shitting and a lot of giggling over here today. There's very little water left in here, so all that water is in there. No wonder it doesn't dry. Well, I thought it was going to take a day or two to dry the last time I did it. And I left it in so long, I forgot it for like a week. They were all still very damp, but as I unearthed the layers with black beans, they had germinated and sprouted and had about 1.5 inches long roots on them that I had to peel off the papers. You know, worse things could happen. Let's put this one in here. Just some pictographs. I'm going to put it this way so that stuff comes through the back. Only thing is the beans make it lumpy, and then you got to go a couple layers before you try another stencil. They were foiled, actually. How clever of me. And you know what? This was a handmade piece of paper. I think I'm going to just wet this. I'm going to sandwich it between two plain sheets of paper. I'll take an onion skin. Or whatever the hell that is. That's not onion skin. It's some kind of, let me see the watermark. What'd you say? Watermark? Hillshire. Cotton rag. Cotton content. I don't know what. Some kind of bond paper I got from Lord knows where. But okay, so I'm going to put the thinnest piece down on top of this and hope it doesn't permanently stick to the pictographs. Let me wet this. I'm going to wet both sides of this tie-dye paper. This was one of the ones last year, Maryland girls were, when I made those collage notebooks and then put a bunch of handmade papers in each person's little envelope or big envelope thing. That's what that's left over from. Some of those handmade papers. I'm going to wet this. This is a piece of that sketch paper that's on the pad that a lot of people are using now since they saw, oh, I should have put a stencil down there. That's okay. That might just look cool like that. We shall see. Okay, now, what can I do to this one? I want to do something cool to this one. I might just lay this here and put a little bronze powder and maybe some gold spray, different metallics. Bonnie, would Bonnie say? If you tear some of those papers into strips, the edges will also imprint the other papers they touch. Wait a minute. If you tear some of those in strips, before I put them in, I'm assuming, the edges will also imprint the other papers when they touch. Oh, and just where they overlap. I told you she's the brains of the operation. Maybe, I don't know, bubble wrap? A stencil? Let's do bubble wrap because it's in my hand. And let's wet this. And let's do something. What are we doing? Let's do some licorice. I say, so do you get one final thing in the end after it dries, or peel them all apart and let them dry because they'll still be damp? They were damp in a week. I know, that's what got me started doing it, and then I ended up taking the powders instead of some of the spray inks. I'm going to put down just a mist of the licorice for black and a mist of, let me go with the silver. Let's put this bad boy right down there. See what happens with that. And then maybe this bad boy on top of that yet. Okie dokie. And now, you know what? I'm going to put, am I? I'm not. Let's do this one on top of that to kind of keep some too many colors from getting on those pretty hand papers. No furnace room here. Having a winter day. I was telling him when I first came on, Jamie, it was a night. It was cooler earlier. Let's see. I don't know, 4 or 5 days ago, it was 85. Like, not ready. Not that my opinion matters, but it was 85. Too hot for me. Of course, we had the air conditioning on. And then yesterday it was kind of chilly and chilly last night. So I wanted the windows open in the bedroom, and I have this little, like a half fan with two, it's got two small fans in it. So you can make it go in and out or just all in, all out, whatever. So I have them all blowing in, of course. So I, I put that fan in last night, and lo and behold, I woke up this morning. I have a little humidistat with a thermometer in it next to the bed just to keep an eye on how dry it gets in there sometimes in the winter. And it was 51. The rest of the house was 61. Looky there. I'm shaking up this ink, and this is one of those 1670 J. Irvine staining inks. But it's really pretty. Let's put a little bit of that in there. You don't need much of this stuff. I'll drop a little bit off that's still in here to go wherever it goes. That cap kind of dried on there. That ain't good. And let's move this around a little bit. It's putting splatters all over the place there. And let's throw a stencil in there. Let's just do it. Do it. What do I want to put in there? Here's a couple of, here's a couple of robins. Let's do these since this is her printable. Oops, don't do that. It's not touching now, but it will. Oh, it will. All right, now, let's see. Let me spray something fancy in there. Oh, I see your message now, Bonnie. Great minds. Giving me ideas while Gail is in there stirring the cabbage, dancing a jig. That's okay. I'm going to put this face down to see if I get anything on this printable, which I am, of course. All right, and let's do something. Let me try a piece of that headrest paper stuff. Do I want another stencil in there? I should get these dirty. Clean stencils are not very, oh, hey, you know what? I'm going to try a piece of this. I don't know who gave this to us at the retreat, but this stuff on the jelly plate was really nice. I got another piece. That's why I would only think about sacrificing this one. So I don't know what I'm doing here. Work with me. Let's put some gold on here. And spritz this, you know what? And just a little bit of licorice, I think. Let's see. So hoping we don't get one of those surprise snowfalls. And oh God, I remember as a kid, we were at my grandparents' house during our spring break in Pennsylvania, and it had been really nice here. So my mom sent us with, let's try this one. Face down on there. Shorts, t-shirts, light slacks, windbreaker. We got 17 inches of snow outside of Lebanon, Pennsylvania. I remember I wrote my mom a letter. I said, "Dear Mommy, thanks so much for packing us shorts and bathing suits. We're wearing Pop-Pop's overalls." We made it. We had fun. Okay, let's do... Oh, I have this piece of bubble wrap in here I forgot about. Look at that zigzaggedy kind of one. I forgot about that. I'm getting low on the paper stack here. Let's do something. I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but I'm going to put that in there, black side down, so it might mingle with the other stuff. And let's do... I should get a different color because Rocky Road, I don't know what that is, but we're putting it on here. Can't remember. It's orange in the bottle, but the other orange one was... oh, look how the ink's coming up. See the darker pools of water? That's just coming off the jelly print. Do I want a little bit of that? I'm putting just a little bit on there in case it's funky. I can come back with some metallics. Take the funky out of it. Well, it is kind of funky, but that'll go with blue. Right? A little gold spray never hurt anybody. Let's put the bubble wrap down. And now let's spray something on the bubble wrap. Oh, I got the gold in my hand. Let's do gold and a little licorice, maybe. This one here, Pam, it's a continuous spray. Like you push it once and it sprays for a while. Put a little light mist of that on there. And let's put this bad boy face down on that. Yeah, I got it on Amazon. Actually, I gave these one year to all the girls that came to my retreat because I really like mine so much. And you can, if you go in and you just search for, they're like for hairstylists, basically. But this one just happens to have paintbrushes and stuff all over it. But I can't find this one again, though. I sent Robin one of them, but hers, I think, just had like rainbow stripes on it or something. They didn't have this one. I thought this one was perfect for us. But it says stylist. The label you can't hardly see. Stylist. What the hell? Oh, it's called Pretty Palette. But if you put in continuous water bottle, continuous spray or something like that, you're going to get it. Oh, look, see that pattern that's making in there? You can't hate that. I'm going to take this little strip right there and stick it right there and soak up some of that little bits of loveliness. What else do we have here? Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, and my favorite piece over here. Still didn't make it in the mix. Let's put it right on top of here because I like that licorice. Comes out like a violet color. And I mixed it with the gold. Let's wet that a little bit. I'm going to wet this side and see how that goes in there. Oh, that's even coming through there. Look at you, pretty little thing. What did I say that was? This. Let's put in another one of these Dance Move stencils. Yeah, we were going to go today. Instead of streaming, we're going to make a run to pick up all my herbs and some flowers to get the boxes that we hang on the rail of the deck and the herb garden planted. Yeah, that didn't happen. It was colder. I'm just getting over bronchitis and stuff. I don't need to be getting half soaked and out there when it's cold and damp. But yeah, Dave went to his, we call them his step grandkids. That's not even a thing. But to their game today, and see, it comes out kind of purple when it's light instead of black. It's called licorice. Can't hate it. And let's put, there's gold on there, but let's throw a little bronze in there just for gigs. Just for giggles. And I'll put some on here on the solid part of it so the next one picks up a little something. A little something. What am I putting on there? Oh, here's another piece of that same kind of stuff. Let me wet the back side of this. This is taking way longer than I thought it would. Okay, let's put a little something over in that corner. Oh, maybe do what Bonnie said. Tear some edges. I'm running. These are like all black papers left. Black pieces of this. I don't know that that's gonna. There's a lot of acrylic on these. I really like the way they look, but I don't think we're gonna do much in there. Maybe one of these bubble prints we'll put in there, but that should have a stencil to break it up, I think. Here's a couple of robins. This, put this down there. Let's wet those because I don't want this to be too strong. Which stencil do you like? These are Robin McClendon's. If that's actually, I don't know that one is. Is this one Robin's, Bonnie? Yeah, it is. Now I'm going to get a little bit more of this. And I'm going to throw a piece of yum skin in there. Oh, that's 2. That's 4. Actually, they're so thin. I wonder if I put 2 down, if it would come through. I mean, it's cotton, right? The stencil before those. Oh God, I forgot what that is already. What did it look like? Oh my gosh. I'm telling you. Losing it. Let's do a little olive. Don't ask me why. I love olive. And jaded. Do a little jaded. A little spritz of licorice. My hands now. Darn it. 4 large script. Oh, that is it's one of this series from Joggles by Froyle called Dance Moves, and this is a large set. They sell them individual, like one of these, or they sell the set of 3 that has all her designs on them. Oh, mercy. Hang on. Oh, hang on. You know what I just found? I'm telling you, you dig deep enough, you find some stuff in here. My hot glue stencils. I tried to even script this one. I stress the word tried. Let's see, what are these? Some of these I didn't have great hot glue and they got old and cracked. Oop, 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 oop. I dropped it. I got the right kind of glue sticks though. I just gotta. Now I'm gonna put. What am I putting in there? Piece of the sketch paper. This might be the one to top it off with here because this is a pretty good paper. Oh Jesus, it's still spraying everywhere. I want to spray some gold in here. God forbid it doesn't shine. Hi, Yvonne. You are making some cool papers, girl. Saw your Instagram post. Now, that's a yummy stack of goodness right there. All right, and let me throw just some little bits down here that I have handy. Let's put some gold in there, and then I'm going to top it off with a piece of black paper and see if any of that color runs through. All right, we're going to call that done. Acrylic glue stick works well. Good first thing with the other one. Art lasagna. I'll cut you a slice, Bon. Yes, Frol's dance moves, Sherry. That's correct. Well, it is fun to peel them apart. Oh crap! I forgot all my my doodads. Well, we're gonna have to put another layer in here because I wanted to do something to colorize these a little bit. Remember these? Bonnie and Sherry. And who else is in here? I don't think anybody else. I didn't see April's in Omaha. Sounds like a country song. And Z wasn't feeling well. And Claire is taking care of business. But you guys will remember these little strips. They will not lay flat. They will if I wet them up, I guess. I don't know what I'm going to put on there. I guess it'll have to be just gold spray. Oh, wait a minute. I got this ink out here still. Let's add a little bit of that. How bad can that be? Maybe you can stick them along the sides to say, oh, not a bad idea. Okay, now what am I going to put on top of that? Hopefully that waters down enough that it doesn't obliterate the print on there. Oh, well. You know what? Maybe we'll just throw this on top. No more maybe. We just did it. And this is pretty cool looking. I'm just going to do this one on this half. Color me done. All right. Lordy. took a long time. Hello. I think, am I the only one that gets this hosed up working? Probably have to get out a Brillo pad. They're probably, I think that one's permanent. Oh, did I get it on my, well. Okay, so now what? I'm going to sit this off to the side. And what time is it? 3:30. What time did I? Took me an hour and a half to do that? Holy crap. Yeah, I'm looking around to see what I'm going to pick to put some weight on that. Lordy, that'll have to hold me for now. Okay, let me get semi-organized here. I didn't use too many black beans this time, did I? I'm going to make a black bean bath in a bin and just soak some papers in there, and they all get a blue cast over them. And actually, I think, now, do I know where the hell they are? That's another story. I bought a little pack of paper Seth was selling. Where the hell are they? And, oh, you know what else? I could have put stamps in between that stuff. Ah, now I think about it. Where would that? Oh, here it is right here. This is kind of the color that black bean dye puts on paper. Seth was selling these little packets. And I wondered if that's what it was, because I've seen people do it and it does look like a real washed out grayish indigo color. All right, let me put some of this stuff in another area. Over there. I need to put this in a safer. Where the hell would that be? Now, somewhere I have a drawer that's just a bunch of pallets. It never behooves me to organize, because then I can't remember where a damn thing is. I'll put it in here for now. Uh-oh, what was that? Okay, let me, oh, look how that's spreading out already. Let me wet that. I want that to run thinner, if it will. Probably won't. Oh, and we have a piece of bubble wrap. Let's just put that on there. Then I'll weight it down with something. All right, now let's find that something. Let's see. That's heavy enough, but do I want to mess up that box? I think I'm going to do it. Oh. All right. She's weighted down. Gala, don't forget, when you're done stirring your cabbage on Tuesday, remind me to do something about that box of papers. I always like to be able to blame somebody else for me forgetting. Okay, let's cap these babies off. Oh, you know what? I didn't use those little watercolor. I think they're from Boulder Watercolor. Those little tins of mixed watercolors. I actually did I always do a Apple calendar every year and put copies of different pieces of art I've done during the year that are calendar worthy, in my opinion. And one of them, I don't know if you guys remember or not, it was a watercolor that I did where I just sprinkled some of those Boulder powders on soaked watercolor paper and let them do its thing. And it was very uh, minimal, but the way they ran and bled, and then the overall picture, that's when we were seeing different animals and stuff in each. Hey, Dot, about to supper. We know you were suppering with all the other posh people to go to Sunday night supper. Hope it was good. And oh crap, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, it was like the shape of a lamb. It looked like a little lamb, and then I stamped over it and embossed a gold stamp over it, or was it foil? I don't remember. But anyway, I just saw that because that was on my April calendar. And you'd have thought those little powders would have been at the top of my head, but no. Maybe I'll just... Okay, there's one. Found them. I think. Red cabbage. No, I want the other one. Now, why wouldn't they be sitting right next to me? Oh, here it is. Okay. Don't panic. I got it. I think I might just, before I wrap it up, make a few little backgrounds. Let me pull this back out again. And let's say air fried salon and mushroom. Salon, should that be salmon? Because that's maybe it's a new dish there. I'm not as posh as Dot, so. Sweet potato mash, fruit salad, and chocolate trifle. Look at you living large. Okay, let's find some watercolor paper, which I'm not in a shortage of, but I'm going to put it on a decent piece. And I'm going to see how this works in doing my very poor representation of an Alison Darwant technique. If you guys don't know Alison, you should follow her. Her art poetry style is so cool. It really does speak to me. Not just the words she puts on them, but the style, because I love me some abstract. All right, let's try this. And let's see what we got here. Alison Darwant, Darwant. She's on YouTube, Instagram. She's in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, come on. Dave's not here to crank it open for me. I can usually, my thumbs are double jointed. They go backwards. And when I got to put any pressure on them, they just keep going. I can't grip small. There we go. Got her. Sweet Moses. Oh. Holy mackerel. What happened to that? That's full and hard as a rock. Oh, I'm going to say bad words for Gail to write down. What the hell happened to that? That's not the bad word I was going to say. Trust me. I have another. Crappity, crap. I have another one. I just had it in my hand a moment ago. How's that possible? I literally just had 2 jars of that in my hand. There we go. Dig deep enough and ye shall find what ye are looking for. Yeah, I'll have to try it and just put them in something bigger and break it apart, maybe. I don't know. That's hard too. What the hell? Let's see. These are the colored salts. Oops. All of them are really hard. Okay. Let's find a little tool that maybe a little miniature shovel. See if they scrape loose and they'll mix up again. You know, some days the ideas are there, but there's a technical difficulty. Well, that's enough to use that one. And there we go. Oh, they're spritzing all over the place. Want to make sure there are mixed pigments in here, so I just want to make sure I have a mixture of the colors and not just a concentration of one more than the other. Oh, what could possibly go wrong? I better use another wet baby wipe on my fingers before I go touching clean white paper. Nothing stays clean and white around here very long. We used to laugh years ago when I was living in Virginia. A friend of mine that I work with, I always liked white shoes in the spring and summer. And it would never fail that they wouldn't stay white very long with me. So she and her husband went out with me and my ex on our boat one day. I had a brand new pair of white deck shoes on. And we untied the boat from the dock. We were putting out into the river to run down to the bay. And I forget what it was, but it was red that I had in my hand, spilled it, went all over both brand new white deck shoes and stained them. She had a good laugh over that. All right, whatever else is there, I guess is permanent. Okay, so let me think this out. If I'm going to do I'm thinking about doing different blotches of color. Actually, I should get rid of this stuff. Put that in the trash. Get rid of the dust. I smell a disaster. Oh, mercy. So I'm going to start with just a blob down here so I can turn it and drip it. And the other blobs will just have to be their own blobs. And I don't know that this is going to work at all with this stuff. And going gently up the page. But here we go. I'm going to make a kind of a bigger blob down here. See, I think when I add more water to this, let me bring you back in so you can get a good laugh too. I think when I add more water to this to make it run, well, not if I do it that soft, I guess. Wow, it's not really dissolving, is it? Maybe I have to help it with these big chunks. Or maybe this is not going to be the way to go. It'll be very pastel. Plenty of there to drip. Oops, that's what I didn't want to do. But I did it anyway. Because that's just kind of gal I am. I'm going to let some of that draw down into the baby wipe. You probably can't see it, but there's actually a stream pulling into there. Who knew? Yeah, that's probably not going to work. Well, we might just have to. Oh, lordy, I got a drawer intersection problem here. We might have to do it the old-fashioned way. I'm a little rusty. More than a little. Where's my other one that I like? How is that possible? It's the one I always use. Oh, here it is. Silly girl. Let's just add to this and see what happens. Ay, ay, ay. She makes it look so easy, and it really is not, as I am demonstrating. I'm going to wrap it up after. Oh, it's almost 4 o'clock. Oh, hang on. Did anybody see if Z said she was coming on today? That's what I'm looking at, 4 o'clock, because that's when Xander's going to go on. If she is, let me look her up real quick on. See if she posted anything on here. No stream today. Yeah, earlier said she wasn't feeling well. Okay. I am going to get off here just after 4 after I throw in a few more colors in here. I'm going to call it quits while I still have some of my... Yeah, thanks, Joan. I hate she's not feeling well. I'm going to add some color into here a little bit more than this. It's very pale. I'll just see what happens. Did you guys see where Curating has a set of, I don't know if it's 5 or 6 granulating colors? I know Z said she got them. She said they were supposed to arrive today. She'll probably share those next time she streams. I don't know what color this is. I think it's a green, dark green. Night shift, gonna head out. All right, Amber, take care. Have a good night. I love it when these Masha ones mix. They make such really cool colors. I'm gonna put some of this serpent green over here and get some of that raccoon bit going on. I start out with a plan, then end up going totally bonkers haywire. It's nothing like what I thought I was going to do. That's okay. Ocean. I use some of that down there. That's my alarm. Oh, that's my Xandra alarm. Let's grow some of this orange in here. For no other reason than we can. I should probably put a little bit of that down here somewhere too. You'd think as many years as I've been collecting watercolors, I'd be better at it. Oh, that's changing into a dark green when that goes in this color where the orange is, you probably can't see that yet, but where that orange is going, it's turning a dark green. Yeah, there's a glare on it. Who knows? It may dry to be lovely. Which one is the peach? Is this the peach or the red? That's the red. Yeah, we'll throw some of that in here too. What the hell? And this one over here must be, uh-oh, which one was that? This must be the peach. Yeah. Oh, look how this orange is going all around the side. You probably can't see it. I'll put a little bit over here, this one. Oh, shoot. Was that the red again? Ah, I didn't want more red. I'll try to peach it down a little bit. Yeah, that's not working. That's okay. Trying to remember which purple that was. That one's really pretty. Of course, it's mingled with all these different colors now, so who knows what that was. But that, I think, this was the magenta. No, that's that real dark one. Huh. I wonder what that was. That's really pretty. I only have 12 to choose from. I know that's the dark green. This one is the violet. That must be this one. Oh, this was that. That is that one. It's the purple and teal together. It's one of my faves. Let's finish off with that up here. Red's going to take it over. Look how bright that orange is there, breaking up with that green going in it. Let's put a little serpentine green up there. Well, that's not at all what was in my head. Oh, I hesitate to refer to that as a masterpiece. Oh, Lordy. Well, we're going to leave it there. And like I said, could be a masterpiece when we come back, but somehow not thinking that's going to happen. It's what your head wanted to send out. Oh, God. I don't think so, Jamie. It is what it is. Let them sit out and dry. All right, kids. I will post some pictures when I get the unveiling of my that bin of papers over there soaking with God knows what all's in there. Stencils, bubble wrap, dyes, beans, inks, powders, sprays, fabric. Be a little mishmash. So, but I want to remember somebody needs to be in charge of telling me. Gail is cooking with her tartan on. I can't depend on her. If you're listening, I know you heard me. Remind me to do stamps, Gail, and next time I do one of these boxes of papers. I think stamps will come out cool in there. But anywho, for now, I'm going to run. I hope you guys have a great week. 5 more days till retirement. So this will be a busy week getting things wrapped up. And hopefully I'll get to stream a little bit more, maybe sometime during the week too. We shall see. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging in. I appreciate it. Toodaloo.